So today I thought I would cover a simple 3-area OSPF setup. As you can see, we have Area 1, Area 2, and Area 0, the backbone area. As you can see, the IP addresses are all noted in GNS3. So without further ado, let's go ahead and assign the IP addresses. So we're on router 1, enable, configure terminal, and host name R1. So interface G01, going to assign an IP address of 10.0.1.1 with a 30-bit subnet mask. So that's 255.255.255.252. And we need to use no switch port first. So we got that. And there we go. IP address is assigned. So interface G00, the IP address is going to be 192.168.1.1 with a 24-bit subnet mask, so 255.255.255.0. And no switch port again, forgot that. Okay, let's go ahead and check the IP address assignments. Do show IP interface brief. And 10.0.1.1 on G01, 192.168.1.1 on G00. Okay, so let's move on to R2. Enable, conf T, and we'll assign a host name here too. It's going to be R2. So on interface G00, the IP address is 10.0.2.1. Subnet mask is a 30-bit mask, so 252. And no switch port again. Okay, so up arrow twice. There's the IP address assignment, and we're moving on to interface G01. IP address is 10.0.1.2 with a 30-bit subnet mask, so 252. Okay, let's check the IP address assignments. Do show IP interface brief. And everything's looking good there. Let's move on to R3. Enable. Conf T. So interface G00. And don't forget to issue no switch port. IP address is 10.0.2.2, 30-bit subnet mask, so 255.255.255.252. And G01, we are assigning 10.0.3.1, 30-bit subnet mask. And let's check the IP interface assignments. Okay, we are looking good there. So on to R4. And let's make sure we've assigned host names on the rest. We need to assign a host name on R3. So host name R3. And there we go. So configure terminal on R4, host name R4. So on interface G00, we're assigning IP address 192.168.2.1, a 24-bit subnet mask. Oh, no switch port. And looking good there. Let's go to interface G01. IP address is 10.0.3.2, 30-bit subnet mask. Check the IP address assignments. To show IP interface brief, and the assignments look good. Let's go over to the PCs and we'll assign the IP addresses and the default gateways. So 192.168.1.10, 24-bit subnet mask with a default gateway of 192.168.1.1. That is interface G00 on R1. And let's move on to PC2. We are going with 192.168.2.10, 24-bit subnet mask with a default gateway of 192.168.2.1, interface G00 on R4. Okay, that's done. Let's go ahead and make sure we can ping our default gateway from PC1. So ping 192.168.1.1, and we can reach our default gateway from PC1. Let's check PC2 and see if we can reach our default gateway from PC2. That's ping 192.168.2.1. And we have something going on with the default gateway on R4. So it looks like the IP address is assigned correctly. Let's check something real quick. Let's see if we can ping R3 from R4. And yep, we can ping R3 from R4. Let's go back to PC2. See if we can ping R4 again. No, still got a timeout. Oh, there we go. So it looks like we had a little bit of a delay with GNS3. That's all right. That's fixed now. Okay, so now let's go ahead and advertise the appropriate interfaces in OSPF. Router OSPF 1. The 1 is the OSPF process ID. And now we are going to advertise the networks. So first we'll advertise the network that PC1 is on. That's 192.168.1.0 with a 24-bit subnet mask. Of course, with OSPF you have to use a wildcard mask. That's the inverse of a subnet mask. So network 192.168.1.0, and the wildcard mask for a 24-bit network is 0000255. And since we are in Area 1, we are going to append Area 1 to the end of this and advertise the network in Area 1. Same thing with the 10.0.1.0 network. We have a 30-bit subnet mask. That's 0003 wildcard mask. We're advertising that in Area 1. So we've done that. Let's go ahead and make sure the interfaces are advertised. Do show IP OSPF interface brief. And they are successfully advertised. On to R2. So router OSPF 1. And let's advertise the 10.0.1.0 network first. So network 10.0.1.0, 30-bit subnet mask. And we're advertising this in Area 1. And time for the 10.0.2.0 network. So network 10.0.2.0. Wildcard mask is 0003, and we are advertising this in Area 0. Let's confirm that everything is advertised. Do show IP OSPF interface brief. We are looking good. And on to R3. So router OSPF 1. Let's advertise the 10.0.2.0 network first. So network 10.0.2.0. Wildcard mask is 0003. And we are advertising that in Area 0. Okay, we have that. And let's move on to the 10.0.3.0 network on R3. So network 10.0.3.0, 30-bit subnet mask, so 0003 for the wildcard mask. And we're advertising that in Area 2. Okay, on to R4. Router OSPF 1. And network 10.0.3.0. 30-bit subnet mask in here, and we are advertising that in Area 2. Now we're going to advertise the 192.168.2.0 network, 24-bit subnet mask, so 000255. And we are advertising this in Area 2 as well. Now,